Welcome to New World Workforce, where we examine the latest trends having an impact on the way we earn our money and how we live our lives. I'm your host today. I'm Parrish Murphy, and I have a nice co-host. He's my usual co-host, and it's always great to be with him. Nakia Edwards, he is HCC's Executive Director of Adult Education, who's going to tell everyone where to find us.
Yes, sir. You can find us through social media on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and also on YouTube. So we're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, as we all know, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV. You can also download an audio version of our shows for listening on the go at hccs.edu/podcast.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Mr. Edwards. And you have a great interview coming up very, very soon. But first, I have two very special guests. I want to say resilience is a buzzword that appears in just about every discussion of employment. In today's episode, we're going to look at some of the ways Houston Community College is helping students respond rapidly to changing market demands. First, we're joined by Dr. Michael Webster, Associate Vice Chancellor of Workforce Instruction, and Rosalinda Garza, Director of Continuing Education for the healthcare programs here at HCC. How are you guys doing this afternoon?
Hey, Parrish, doing good. Well.
Thank you guys for being on the show. Now, Dr. Webster, HCC recently relaunched the Fast Track program. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so, we took our full catalog of continuing ed programs that are short-term, 6 to 8 weeks max, and looked at ones that had financial aid available so people could get careers fast, get trained fast for careers, and get out and get into jobs as quickly as possible and for free. So we've relaunched that campaign, and it's already seeing dividends for students across the system.
Free is always good. Now, I have a question because I know that Coleman College is also doing some things like that as well with some people that they've partnered with. What has caused this to happen? What have we experienced shortages in the workforce? I know the medical field is experiencing some shortages, but overall in the workforce, are we experiencing shortages?
Well, definitely we're experiencing shortages. For one, in the medical center as a whole, because it's the largest in the world. But in addition to that, all of the hospital systems are setting up satellite hospitals across our ever-growing region. And so the need for workers is vast. And Rosie can probably tell you more than I can about the demand for workers from all the different sectors, all the different occupations that field into the healthcare system.
Now you're relaunching the Fast Track program. What are some of the new in-demand fields that you've added?
Yeah, so I'm sitting here and I just heard the sirens outside, and we wouldn't get to their location if it wasn't for 911 dispatchers. So we've added 911 dispatchers to our slate of Fast Track programs. That's a huge demand job right now. Different law enforcement agencies are almost fighting over the talent to get into the door. In addition to that, we've got several in the IT field that we've added, data analytics, cybersecurity, our healthcare sector, and you'll hear more about it, but anything from EKG to telemetry, those are good paying jobs. And just on the horizon is our real estate program. We're adding that one as well. So a lot of good programming out there that students get into. And I'll tell you, if somebody's wanting to change their career field or they're just don't know what to do, the Fast Track is a great way to get started on either upskilling or reskilling yourself.
Wow, that sounds really great. Now, I didn't even know that. I guess I should ask, what type of certifications do you need to be a 911 operator?
It's a single certification from the Texas licensure for criminal justice. They'll once the students finish the training, they'll sit for the exam, and they're able to get in there. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of a pressure cooker. You got to really be ready for the action that's going to happen, and our simulation labs really set that up for students.
Wow. And there's a test. Wow. That's very interesting. Now, potential students often face challenges like commuting to class and financial barriers. How is HCC helping address this?
So any of these programs I've mentioned, they have direct funds attached to them where the student can get basically a free education, whether it's through our adult education program, through our Texas Public Education Grant Program, or scholarships. We know that students have the need, and we're there to meet it. I would say also that all of our programming, I mean, we've got more than 20 locations across the region. Basically, if you can throw a stone, you're going to find a location that HCC offers programming for you. So definitely easy to get to in that case. If they need additional support, we work with a lot of community organizations that can provide things like childcare, funding for Metro cards, you name it. There's a lot of support out there that we directly work with our community on. So now's the time to do it. Get back into school and make it happen for yourself and your family.
Wow, that is absolutely awesome. Now, the fast track program, is there just across the board? Is it a certain time period, or does that vary from whatever occupation it is?
Generally, we start programming about every 8 weeks. Some programs run, like our truck driving program, for example, they offer up training about every 2 weeks. So based on the one you're interested in, you'll be able to meet the schedule, or the schedule will be there for you. Fill out the form on our website. Somebody will get back to you almost instantly and help you get through the system. It'll ask you which program you're interested in, and they'll be able to supply the schedule for you.
Great. Now, where can people learn more about the fast track program here at HCC?
I'm glad you asked. It's hccs.edu/fast track. If you can't remember that, just Google HCC fast track, and it'll be the first thing you see.
That is absolutely awesome. Now, Rosalind, I want to ask you a couple of questions as well. Coleman College for Health and Sciences is making extensive use of continuing education to help students get and stay employed. Tell us a little bit about some of the certifications that you guys offer.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about these great healthcare career trainings that we are offering at Houston Community College. For continuing education in particular, our healthcare programs are part of these fast track programs that Dr. Webster was talking about. And these students can get trained and get a certification in as little as 6 weeks to 6 months. And these fast track healthcare programs, they include our phlebotomy technician, our EKG technician, our telemetry technician, certified nurse aide, comprehensive coding, medical business office professionals, as well as our patient care technician programs. And they're all entry-level programs or entry-level positions. So there's no college classes that are required before they come and take our trainings. But the nice thing is they can lead to other healthcare careers, other degrees, certifications that they can even take here at Coleman College. We have over 20 healthcare careers that they could move into and choose from. And it just opens up their employment possibilities further.
That is absolutely awesome. Now, what kinds of financial assistance do you guys provide?
As Dr. Webster mentioned, we do have a lot of different funding sources. So we have our state funding, which is our TPEG grant. We have community programs such as with our workforce solutions. We work with Wesley Community Center, Baylor College Ascend, Capital Idea, Assistance Ministries, Community Health Choice, their programs, as well as our HCC apprenticeships, adult education, career for you programs. And we also have options for our senior citizens. And a lot of these areas, as Dr. Webster mentioned, they're not just looking to pay the tuition. Some of them, go a little bit further where they offer, to pay for the tuition, the textbooks, other services that they may need just to go to school, like childcare, transportation. And especially with our apprenticeship programs, actually providing them employment while they go to school.
That is absolutely awesome, man. I love the Coleman School. You guys have so many great things going on over there. And, you know, the thing I like about it is you've got some very good, important partnerships as well. And, you know, I wish they had that when I was back in school, back when Jesus roamed the earth. You know, it's so wonderful seriously, because it's just so wonderful, you know, to know that, you know, to leave no one with no excuses. You know, you provide everything from childcare, you know, to possible transportation. All you need to do is show up and just take care of business. Now, finally, before I let you get out of here, what is the market like for these careers right now?
Well, actually, healthcare is one of the fastest growing careers for 2024. According to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, healthcare jobs are expected to grow 13% from now through 2031. And that's mainly due to our aging population, our increase in chronic diseases, and a lot of things that we're facing right now in our healthcare area. And the truth is, working in a career in healthcare means making a positive impact on patients' lives, whether you're diagnosing, doing direct patient care, treating, monitoring healthcare conditions, and any aspect. A healthcare professional contributes significantly to the well-being of others and to our future.
Great. Now, quickly, before we get out of here, do you think that the shortage of medical workers, do you think COVID ran a lot of people off, or do you think a lot of people are retiring, or a combination of both?
I think it could be a combination of both, but the nice thing is that some of the programs that we do offer here also, like our telemetry program, there is no patient contact whatsoever. So you're monitoring from a distance. But then we do still have a lot of individuals that are wanting to get back to helping patients and helping those individuals, because they have been through a lot with their own personal lives. And I think they really feel like they want to contribute now.
That is absolutely awesome. Listen, thank you both for joining us today. He is Dr. Michael Webster, Associate Vice Chancellor of Workforce Instruction, and she is Rosalinda Garza, Director of Continuing Education in Healthcare Programs. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you. And listen, come back on again when you have some more stuff, okay?
Thank you.
Sounds great. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll look at resilience in the face of artificial intelligence. Stay tuned.
Between business life, social life, and her best bud Loki, Beverly has a lot to focus on, especially while fighting Stargardt, a blinding retinal disease that starts during childhood and gets worse over time. But despite her vision loss, she's hopeful because she knows she's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding diseases, providing real hope to those fighting vision loss. And our nationwide community of local chapters provides networking and support for people with vision loss, as well as their loved ones. Because the best way to fight against blinding diseases is to fight together. And for Beverly, winning the fight means focusing on what's closest to her. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Learn more about how you can help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Welcome back to New World Workforce. I am Nakia Edwards, the Houston Community College Executive Director of Adult Education and Literacy. And look, for a while now, there is a big buzz going on about AI. And for better or worse, AI is changing the world of work. Houston Community College is responding to those changes to help people make the most of the benefits and avoid the pitfalls. We're joined by April Felton, and Director of Digital Information and Technology and Continuing Education, and Dr. Joseph Fleishman, Associate Dean of the Workforce Center of Excellence. So April, we'll start with you. And so, you know, we hear a lot about AI changing the workforce, and you know, I'm in school right now trying to get this doctorate secured, and there's a lot of buzz on how AI is changing all aspects, especially in the workforce area. How can people learn about how those changes might impact them?
Yes, hi, Nakia. Thank you for having me today. And first, congratulations on pursuing your degree. But Yeah, so AI is transforming the world that we at our workforce in so many different ways. But if I had to identify the three main areas that people should be adapting to this new change, I'd say, build awareness behind it, stay informed about all of the new AI advancements that are being announced and that are forthcoming. It's impacting all of our various different industries in the workforce. Subscribing to any type of IT publications or joining Facebook groups just to familiarize yourself with it. And two, doing a job analysis. And people should understand that jobs are most susceptible to automation, and what are the benefits that you can use from AI growth. And then lastly, just knowing that AI excels at predictability. So if we use AI to really focus on other small tasks that we do, then we can really focus on our creativity and solving more complex problems.
Well, I'm truly intrigued about this AI thing, because it is like it's all over the place, and people are saying, don't use it, use it. Don't tell nobody you're using it, tell everybody you're using it. It's like so much going around. But do you think that it contributes to the rise of lifetime learning? And how do you think people embrace the change rather than being rattled by it?
Oh, absolutely. So, AI encourages continuous learning. It helps to upskill and reskill, and while also mastering, digital literacy in our workforce. So through our continuing education programs, we encourage students to acquire new skills and to adapt to these job requirements, these new job requirements that are to come. We offer programs that help to upskill and stay relevant in the job market, as well as some flexible learning opportunities in digital literacy, data analysis, computer programming. We just recently launched a Grow with Google program that will start on March 6th. And our CompTIA trainings are very popular. So having these essential skills are really important to working alongside the AI systems.
Well, that's awesome. And so what are some positive ways that people can use AI? What are your suggestions?
So, as I mentioned, AI handles a lot of our repetitive tasks. If you are looking to regenerate content for a website, if you're looking to summarize extensive text in a document, if you're looking for some writing advice, I mean, AI can really be a useful tool in helping you to brainstorm and work more efficiently. Most importantly, it really helps to create productivity or improve productivity and efficiency. And a lot of our educators that we're seeing in higher education, they're using AI-powered educational tools to help personalize the student's learning experience. It provides real-time feedback to students and teachers, and identifies weaknesses that help you to improve in certain areas. So it's becoming a very useful tool, and we're seeing a lot more use of it.
Yeah, I can really see the benefits of it. And like you said, it to complete some of the small tasks that we have on a regular basis. I've been diving deep, and even in our doctoral studies, now for the first time in this last class I had, they wanted us to use AI to complete our assignments. I think he was trying to see what kind of assignments he was going to get from it, but so interesting. So that's some really, really good stuff, April. So thank you so much for sharing. Now, Dr. Is it Fleishman? Awesome. Thank you so much for correcting me. And I apologize for the mispronunciation. But so give us an overview of the digital and information technology here at HCC.
Well, it's an exciting program. We've got 3 areas that we can focus on Digicom. So suppose you're out there and you know somebody who enjoys gaming, writing computer games, digital graphics, communication. It's funny that here in our gaming program, where individuals are learning to write, program games, we actually have people who are working as full-time gamers in our programs because they want to come and learn and they're excited about what we have to offer. So you've got that every, if you're a student out there, a kid out there who's ever played a video game or enjoyed the graphics, that may be something that interests you. Another area that we focus on is in programming. Almost every application you have runs on some sort of program. So whether you're a teenager writing in Swift, or want to learn Python programming, or other programs that will easily transition into the workforce, there's so many new languages coming out all of the time that a programmer is in great need. Then when you look at the information technology side, you've got cybersecurity. Imagine the need for a cybersecurity expert. If you're a company and you have a computer or a network, someone's going to hack you. So imagine the people who need cybersecurity professionals from the medical field, the banks. One of the heavy users of cybersecurity, of course, is gaming. Imagine how that works in Las Vegas. And I know several cybersecurity people in Las Vegas, and they enjoy working there. There's just from industry, from manufacturing, to anyone who owns a network or has a computer. They need cybersecurity experts. And of course, you mentioned it earlier, AI, artificial intelligence is taking over everything we know about computing, and the need to have trained professionals in AI. I was looking at some data the other day, and it said that they're estimating that the starting salary for someone with an AI degree is about going to be somewhere around $114,000 a year. Imagine that, $114,000 a year. And that's why Houston Community College is the first. We have an applied science degree in AI, but we are the only community college in the nation that offers a bachelor's degree in bachelor's of applied technology and robotics. We're it. You'd said earlier that we're responding to the AI need. Not only are we responding, we are leading the world in what it means to be AI. And our partner institutions are seeing us. We're partnering with Miami-Dade out of Florida. We're partnering with Maricopa Community College. Institutions want to know what we know because AI is our future, and it impacts everything we do, even when you don't know it.
Yeah, I truly agree with you, and you know, I believe AI has been around way further than we even know. And so when we're talking about digital information technology, we're talking about credentials as well. And I know that the digital world is changing on a monthly and sometimes daily basis. What are some of the credentials that are industry credentials are an important component of what how valuable are those credentials when you're looking for a job or promotion? And I believe they're also called badges now, aren't they?
Well, yes, and they go by a lot of things, and it's interesting because we had an employer in our office, well, last week, but this is a common comment. He says, we like degrees. There's nothing wrong with them, but we love hiring individuals with credentials because that's applied knowledge right there. So when we get that entry-level C+ certification, that means we can put that person in and they can start providing support. But stackable credentials just means that you have real-world skills that you can walk into the workforce and apply immediately. And maybe April can dovetail on this in our Grow with Google. In those classes that we're offering, Grow with Google, data analytics and UX, and what are the other two that we're offering, April? We have two more Grow with Google certificates that we're offering. You earn an industry credential when that is done from Google. And there's 150 employers lined up to hire individuals with those credentials, because it's the ability to do that matters in today's world. And what an industry credential says is you have the skills and knowledge to do.
You know, that's pretty awesome. And you've already talked about the demand of these careers. You know, I do have a question that could be posed by you, April, or you, Dr. Fleishman. So what advice would each of you give to people out there who feel like they're adrift in a sea of change in the workforce?
You want to go first? I'm sorry.
Just keep learning, seeking knowledge, and finding new ways to do things, having a growth mindset, and be willing to learn new things.
I would like to say that everyone is a college student. And if you never thought that you were smart enough or you were capable or college wasn't for you, it is. You are smart enough. You are capable enough. There are enough job opportunities for individuals who just want to improve the quality of their life. So I would tell a person, if you ever had a dream of wanting more than where you are, then get to college now, because today is the best time to start. And it doesn't have to be for 2 years or 4 years. We've got short-term credentials that can put you to work in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. We have credentials that can last longer than that, a year, 2 years, 3 years, or ultimately a bachelor's program.
Wow.
But you don't have to stay adrift. If you have a dream for something else, Houston Community College can help you realize that dream. Just come on in. Let us know what you want, and we'll help you get from where you are to where you want to be.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Look, Dr. Fleishman, April, you both have been truly awesome. Do expect a call from me. I got many more questions for you, but that's all the time that we have today. But thank you so much for joining us, April, Director of Digital and Information Technology of Continuing Education, and Dr. Joseph Fleishman, the Associate Dean of the Workforce Center of Excellence. Dr. Fleishman, look, you provided a great clip for a commercial that just now, do it now. And I think that's awesome. And I really appreciate your passion, because it shows through your speech as well. So, but also, if you'd like more information on the people and organizations featured today, check the post on our social media sites and YouTube, and you can download a copy of our audio podcast version of the New World Workforce. And you can get it visit hccs.edu/podcast. For my co-host, Parrish Murphy, and everyone here at HCTV, I am Nakia Edwards, and thank you so much for joining us on New World Workforce.